Hello, this is Russell from
Tones of Evil.
And you're listening to Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
This episode of Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Perich, and you are listening to my Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks podcast.
I warned you last time, kids. If you bring your Kool-Aid, that's right. Welcome back to We Are the Night. The Batman podcast. I am Phil. Join me as always, the girl wonder it is.
Hey y'all, it is Blue Helper.
And that's right. Last time we told you, we warned you, this time we are going to talk Batman, the Cult.
You put your Kool-Aid in a red solo cup.
Let's have a party. Look at that, Russell's back. How y'all expect to sleep when you keep putting out solid content? Sorry, Russell, that's right. We put out so much solid content. Alright, kiddies. So yes, we're talking Batman the Cult 1 through 4.
Oh boy.
Miniseries from 1998. Or 1988.
It shows.
Well,
I don't mean that in a bad way, though.
It's weird because, it was written by the guy who's writing Batman at the time, Jim Starlin. For those of you who may not know, he created a little...
Starlin the Darlin. Damn straight.
Created a little known character called Thanos. Don't know if you heard of him. I know him from, a lot of cosmic stuff. That's what always surprised me. It's he did a Batman run?
Well, when you want to get kind of, weird and, mental, Batman's kind of the go-to guy. I feel like he pitched this all the way. They didn't come to him with this. He came to them with it.
True. You want to get nuts? Come on. Let's get nuts.
I'll show you, crazy.
So, yes, written by Starlin, pencils Bernie Wrightson, inks Bernie Wrightson. Ooh, fancy.
He wanted all the shekels.
Well, yes. Bill Ray, colorist. John Costanza, letters.
Costanza.
And, of course, Dan Raspler and Denny O'Neil, editors.
Denny let a lot slide, and I mean that in the best way, so this should be good.
Well, I think as long as it, worked into that grim and gritty thing, kind of got Batman away from the goofiness, then he was like, yeah, throw it in.
Throw it in!
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, just throw it in. So.
These covers are pretty nice.
Oh, I like the covers, like the painted covers. That's painted,
yeah, if I could ever find some more, and my comic book guy has actually a lot of interesting back issues. If I could ever find them in there, I'd probably buy them and turn them into the framed poster things.
Yeah, especially that issue 1, where hit Batman kneeling over that manhole cover. Yeah,
it's always a manhole cover.
Hey-o! At least at Lilith's house.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's just a thing.
It's fine having a sausage fest.
No judgments.
I was going to say, you and Ray agree on something.
It's fine having a sausage fest.
Alright, so yes, issue 1, book 1, Ordeal.
And boy, is it.
Oh yes, from August 1988. It is dark at the Wayne estate, isn't it always? And Bruce Wayne finds himself walking towards a mysterious house that has never existed before.
This can't be good.
I know. Lured by some mysterious and magnetic attraction, Bruce is tempted to enter the eerie place, and he goes deep into the darkest corners of the building until he finds a trap door. It's a trap. It's in the name. Come on. Oh, really, Russell? He says this book made my brain melt.
Yeah.
You and Batman. So yes, he goes to the trap door. As Bruce opens the door, Joker comes out of it and threatens to blow himself and the entire place up with bombs strapped around his body. Bruce can't stop the Joker, but the bombs turn out to be an April Fool's joke.
Hey, it was Phil's birthday present.
Hey! What about sending me presents? Capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Bruce can't. Bruce loses his temper and gradually transforms into the Batman. The angrier he gets. Dr. Banner, would I like to have a word with you, sir?
He's always angry.
When the transformation is complete, Batman proceeds to brutalize the Joker before he picks up an axe and mutilates the criminal, ending his torment for good.
You can't kill me. I'm your best friend.
He kills the
Snyder went there, bro. I cannot wait.
kills the Joker. And Lil's like, oh, thank God. Finally
told him to go F himself. I'm like, yes!
The Joker offers to give him something. Oh, or that end of that Snyder cut. Jeez.
Seriously, though, he called Batman out so hard. He's like, I'm your best friend. What are you talking about?
I know. It is then that Batman wakes up from his nightmare. The same that he has had since he was captured and taken down to the sewers of Gotham City. Batman has been tied down and held prisoner for many days by lowlifes and homeless people, all of whom serve the mysterious man called Deacon Blackfire.
It's always a Blackfire, ain't it?
What is with these fancy people who come up with fake names and end in fire? I mean, come on.
I feel so called out right now.
Take a drink! The self-appointed leader of the cult. When the members of...
It's not a cult! It's a commune that we classify as a religion for tax purposes!
Man, that's what I want for us, man. Come on. Come on, you kids. Drink the Kool-Aid. Send us your money. When the members of the cult notice Batman has awoken, they tell him the story of Blackfire once again and how he is supposed to be the mythical, godly shaman from ancient times. According to the
This guy stole my whole shtick. I don't appreciate it.
According to the acolytes, Blackfire tried to guide the Megani tribe into the path of righteousness. Yeah, come on. Hellfire, why didn't you go with Blackfire? Come on. Branding.
It was a little too on the nose.
Oh, true. Okay, yeah. You mean like Black Panther, Black Goliath? Yeah, okay. Black Lightning? Okay.
I'm just fire, bro. Hellfire. Pure and simple.
Oh my God, did you watch Falcon and Winter Soldier episode 2 yet?
No.
Okay, I won't spoil too much, but yeah, they're walking down
You can spoil it for me. I'm not watching that show.
It's really not, it has anything to do with the plot. They're walking down the street, him and Bucky, and like some kid's like, oh hey, he's like Black Falcon. He's like, Black Falcon? He's like, yeah, my dad says your name's Black Falcon, and it's a black kid. He goes, oh, so you're Black Kid then? And his friend's like, oh, he punked you, man. Oh, yes, but he, led the tribe to righteousness, but he was spurned and attacked by the tribesmen. Injured and agonizing, Blackfire was supposedly locked inside a cave, and a totem was placed outside as a warning of Blackfire's false purposes. Centuries later, the Megani abandoned the lands until they
Turn of these centuries later?
Go check out Common Capers. Abandoned the lands till they eventually disappeared. An event that the acolytes credit to the mystical force of Blackfire. I'm waiting for him to run into Dr. Hurt. Eventually, the land was founded by the... Oh, my Lord. Eventually, the land was founded by the Dutch in 1906.
Everybody just loves Betty White's birth year or something.
Morgan McNeil Hardy. Jeez. Oh, is that her birth year,
exactly.
1906?
I don't know. Wait. No, she's like 99 right now. 1903. Yeah, something like that. She'll be 100 pretty soon.
Okay, nah, that can't be 1906, Lilith Hell. It's probably like 1920, 1921. Around
there we go. My brain's fizzled.
Oh, this Snyder cut review is going to be so fun later. She's already drunk. It's 11.
I was going to say plot twist. I've already been drinking.
She's drunk. It's 11:43 a.m. Kids. This 5 o'clock review is going to be fun. When Blackfire was released from his prison inside the cave, resuming his ungodly crusade for good, Blackfire then killed several of the immigrants who he considered sinners, and he was never seen again. Until now. And Lilith Hellfire and Batman have to sit through this story over and over, and Batman realizes that this is all part of Blackfire's recruitment process, as he must be using the same...
Brainwashing, see?
My
God, they were cashing on the cult craze. I just realized.
Told you. Must be using the same technique on the homeless people of Gotham, who fall easily into his game as they haven't the strength or preparation to deal with such torment. With nothing to eat but the strange pudding the acolytes provide him... Shut up, Lilith.
I don't want to know what's in that pudding on me.
I know. Quote-unquote pudding.
Yeah, somebody was flipping something up in the kitchen for sure.
Batman suspects that they are most likely drugging him, and he knows that his mind and body are weakening after all the time that has passed, and he cannot do much but remember the events that led to his capture. A few weeks earlier, Batman...
The worst! The worst!
Gotta go back in time.
Marty, it's your kids!
It's your sidekick. What, is he becoming a-hole? Yeah, a few weeks earlier, Batman learned from his boo, Commissioner Gordon, about a series of murders. Each of the victims were criminals, and this was part of the reason why the public assumed Batman was somehow responsible, because it's a day that ends in Y, so Gotham's ready to turn on Batman. Knowing the truth, Batman became determined to clear his name, but the mystery turned much more complicated when the homeless of Gotham started disappearing in numbers. After a few days, there were almost no homeless people in Gotham, and even though the general public noticed, they didn't seem to care.
Oh, they just did what Atlanta did during the Olympics. They just put them all on a bus to California.
Yep, shipped them
One-way
somewhere else.
ticket. True story.
Yep. Despite these incidents, the gruesome murders of criminals continued in Gotham. You're welcome, Rob. And eventually, Batman arrived at the crime scene in time to follow the trail of the killers back to the sewers. Not long after this, Batman was able to locate a crime in progress, and he stopped a couple of thugs from killing a man. But his effort was not received gratefully, as the man he had saved shot him in the back, and another thug soon joined him.
Can we just say this would have been the perfect time to have a Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover? I didn't have to wait 30 years for that. I'm just saying.
Probably legal crap.
I know, I was just saying. This would have been perfect. He's captured in the sewers. They come to the rescue.
True. Batman realized that it was all a trap, and it was already too late, as his injury caused him to pass out, leaving him at the mercy of his attackers.
How's those state of waves now?
I love how they have him for weeks and they don't unmask him.
Right? They probably did. They're all cannon fodder anyway. So.
True. Weeks have passed since the incident, and the Gotham City Police Department have noticed Batman's absence. Robin, meaning Jason Todd, often spends the nights at Commissioner Gordon's office trying to find a clue that would help them locate their missing friend, only to realize
their adopted little rapscallion. Aww.
No, only to realize something major is happening in Gotham City. Down in the sewers, Deacon Blackfire decides it's time to show Batman the light. Batman is introduced.
Blinded by the light. That song's about masturbation.
Hey-oh.
That's a medical term. It's fine.
Speaking of, Batman is introduced to Sally, a prostitute who is mutilated by her pimp, and Blackfire tells Batman that his cult has already dealt with the criminal in ways that Batman and the police would never have. Blackfire explains that if treated as a normal criminal, the crook would still be out there, free to repeat his crimes.
Like the Joker.
Exactly. In his weakened state, Batman can barely disagree with Blackfire, and he is then released from his shackles as he is taken to the final place where he will become part of the cult. Blackfire uses a needle to inject a drug in Batman's system, and Batman starts hallucinating. Blackfire and his followers then take Batman across the sewers until they reach a sacred place, where Batman finds the totem of the shaman from the story. But thanks to the drugs used by Blackfire, Batman imagines the totem to be much bigger than possible. Blackfire then convinces Batman that the totem has mystical powers, and in his drug state, Batman can't help but fall for Blackfire's lies and deception. With Batman under his control, Deacon Blackfire prepares to unleash his ultimate attack on Gotham City, and from now on, he will not only attack criminals, but every man that stands in his way to own and rule the entire city.
Why do you want Gotham? Gotham's not that great. I guess you can't take over Metropolis.
It's like It's like a starter city. You take that, then you can get a real. It's practice for a real city.
They're making their base, their home base.
Seriously.
Nobody would come to Star City. That's all I'm saying.
I might have missed this. On the last page of this issue, there's a reference to Jack Kirby.
Pourquoi?
Maybe someone was just, I guess, they're a fan of Jack Kirby, maybe. I don't know.
Random.
Just looking at this.
Random nonsense.
Just looking at the list of, characters and stuff, and, all these villains and, all these police officer. We're like, except for Gordon and Robin, we're never going to see any of these characters again.
Exactly. Like, do we even care? Do we even care, grocery store clerk number 2?
Exactly. Even Sally the prostitute. This is her only appearance. She doesn't even make it to the rest of the series. All right.
Tells you everything you need to know.
Exactly. All right, you ready for issue 2, book 2?
Let's do it. Let's chug right along.
Book-
I chug my alcohol down.
Exactly. Book 2, Capture. All right, from September 1988, Batman confronts his old enemy, Two-Face, who is trying to kill him. Inadvertently, Batman also pulls out a machine gun and kills Two-Face. Did you hate when that happened? Yeah, sir.
Gave him the old Tommy gun.
That's right. Playing some taps for him. Feeling only contempt for the man and satisfaction with his actions.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy, he's really loving this. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, man, I should be using guns. This is stupid.
Yeah, playing some taps for him, say.
Tapping my way downtown.
Uh.
I mean, in Gotham, you have to.
Exactly. Feeling only content and satisfaction with his actions. However, Two-Face's corpse soon starts changing into that of Commissioner Gordon. Batman begins to realize this is all an illusion. Not my
It's like,
boo.
wait a minute, that's my boo. I would never hurt my boo.
Unless he talks back. Breaking the hallucination, reality is not pleasant either, as Batman realizes that he has killed a man. Boy, we never...
JD's got a gun.
We never talk about this. Batman has killed a man. Batman finally remembers that he has been taken along with the underworlders, and they have slaughtered a large gang of Gotham organized crime, following Deacon Blackfire's design. When the mass... Oh, that's what I should live tweet on Thursday night. The first episode of Law & Order Major Crimes.
Oh, I really do want to, but like, cause it's on April Fool's, I just feel like it's too good to be true. They're like, psych!
I know.
I'm just like, that is rude.
I don't think they would. You know how many fans would protest that? It's all a joke. When the massacre is over, Batman is told to return to the sewers, but the grip of the drugs used on him is beginning to loosen, and Batman gets a glimpse of food, but he is prevented from eating as it would nourish him back to health. Blackfire's second-in-command, Jake Baker, takes Batman down to the sewers, where he is forbidden to enter Blackfire's inner sanctum. Baker also commands...
That's what she said.
Hey-oh! Baker also commands Batman to wait until further instructions. Lost in his thoughts, Batman starts feeling miserable and begins to doubt the truth that the Deacon has told him. While struggling to find the answers, Batman is interrupted by Ratface, who wants Batman to go with him on a mission. Ratface takes Batman
What? No, Ratcatcher 2?
Trying to remember.
I'm joking.
No, I was gonna say this is like around the time of his first appearance, but yeah, I mean he's probably almost a one and done at this point. But no, Ratface takes Batman to the surface and tells him that they're going to get rid of a pimp. P-I-M-P. Upon reaching their destination, Batman notices that the man they are supposed to kill doesn't look like a criminal, but Ratface convinces him otherwise. Or tries to convince him otherwise. Confused, Batman doesn't move and Ratface attacks the man, stabbing him several times and leaving the corpse bleeding on the street. A police officer appears and attempts to arrest Ratface for murder, and just hearing that word breaks the bonds of confusion in Batman's mind. Released from Blackfire's total control, Batman attacks Ratface and knocks him unconscious. The police officer then tries to help Batman, but the Dark Knight attacks the officer as well before leaving the place, following a more basic instinct.
Ruh-roh.
The disappearance of Batman and Ratface is noticed down in the sewers, and while Blackfire is not concerned about Batman, he is more worried about Ratface, since he was a willing follower, whose main goal was to get the means to kill a man he hated. Blackfire fears that if captured by the police, Ratface would give away his plan. True to Blackfire's prediction, Ratface is taken to the GCPD headquarters, where he is interrogated, and he tells the truth about Blackfire's conspiracy to take over Gotham.
Well, that was quick.
Oh, you gotta treat your lackeys good.
Exactly.
Listen to you. You rule in fear at work. When the news reaches the general public, most of Gotham's citizens believe Blackfire is doing good by removing the homeless from the streets and killing the criminals of the city. Despite their discovery, Gordon is still worried about Batman, but Robin has a plan to find his mentor.
It's gonna leave some breadcrumbs. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
Is a Jason Todd plan? Ooh. Meanwhile, Batman is out on the streets, breaking into stores and stealing food to recover his strength. The raw food he gets at first gives him enough strength to think clearly, but his body needs further energy. Batman makes it to Gotham's Central Park, where he scares a couple away from their picnic basket and finally gets a good meal for the first time in weeks. Oh, picnic basket.
Jason is definitely boo-boo.
A few minutes after eating all the food available, Batman finally recovers his strength and will, coming to the realization that he was manipulated by the means of drugs. Man, he's been, last couple episodes, man, he's just drugging it out.
Well, at least the other ones were designer.
Yeah, exactly. Gathering all his strength, Batman decides he has to go to the sewers and stop Blackfire. At that moment, Robin goes down into the sewers, disguised as a homeless man, looking for Batman. Deacon Blackfire
matches Malone, huh?
Yeah. His little brother, see? Teddy Malone.
Marcus Malone. Come on, keep it together.
Oh, nice. Deacon Blackfire has already learned of Ratface's betrayal, and he has set his ultimate plan in motion. Blackfire has gathered all his followers, and he reveals to them the nature of his plan, turning all the underworlders against the authorities of the city. Batman arrives just in time to witness Blackfire's speech, but he ignores most of it, choosing to go to the sacred inner sanctum. Batman breaks into phrasing. Batman breaks into Blackfire's secret place and finds a room. I know, and finds a room filled with luxurious objects. The final piece of the puzzle is found, and Batman understands Blackfire is nothing but a con artist. With this,
you don't say. Get out of town. Shut the front door. He's running a cult. What do you expect?
With this evidence, he hopes to get Gordon and the police down to the sewers and stop the madness. Stop the madness! But he is attacked from behind by Blackfire's followers and taken to the Deacon himself. Blackfire learns of Batman's activities and he commands his men to kill the Dark Knight, keeping his blood so he can nourish from it afterwards. As Batman is taken away, Robin follows them closely. So he's a vampire. Elsewhere, Commissioner Gordon tries to warn the mayor of Gotham about the upcoming threat, but the man disregards the warning, giving Gordon full responsibility to deal with the crisis.
Rude.
Just as the mayor leaves in his car, some of Blackfire's men place a bomb underneath the vehicle, and seconds later the car explodes, killing the mayor. Man, it's like...
that's why you can't be a mayor of Gotham.
Well, I was going to say,
it's
like trying to hold elected office in Mexico, man. Gonna get killed.
Worse, Venezuela, the U.S. government will come in and...
The news soon reaches the city council, and Councilman Holmes finds the perfect opportunity to become Gotham's self-appointed mayor. Unfortunately, Blackfire's conspiracy reaches him as well, and he is crushed by a trash truck even as he is thinking of his self-appointment.
Well, garbage knows, garbage recognizes garbage.
I was gonna say, man, them underworlders took out the trash.
Suck it, Kona.
Nah. Thank you, Lilith. That calls very hearty.
Suck it, Kona.
Unfortunately, Blackfire's conspiracy reaches... just a few hours later, Gotham learns that the mayor and the entire city council have been murdered in gruesome manners. The only authority figure left in the city is Commissioner Gordon, who now has to deal with Deacon Blackfire on his own, and the media also notices Batman's absence during these events, meaning the possible desertion of the Dark Knight from Gordon's side to join Blackfire's ranks.
They don't have a clue. Gothamites are stupid.
Exactly. Unlike the media's assertions, Batman is still being carried to the place where he would be sacrificed, and the long trip allows him to recover from the blow he received. Shut up, Lil.
Sugar booger!
Oh. You went that way. Okay. Once fully recovered, Batman attacks his captors and he escapes through the water. The thugs believe Batman wouldn't survive and they return to Blackfire. Robin, who witnessed the whole scene, jumps into the water and follows Batman's trail until a massive drop of water leads them to a tunnel. Man, they're really diving in that sewer water?
Ugh. Don't tell her crack? Come on, what are we even man.
I know, man. At least as a bodyguard or something for Blackfire.
No synergy.
Nope. Meanwhile, Gordon starts a deep investigation of Blackfire's past, and he learns that the man has records that go back to the turn of the century. Turn of the century. Back in the sewers, Robin goes into the tunnel and, unable to see anything, calls out for Batman, who replies in a weak voice and speaks of his punishment for doubting Blackfire's truth. Robin doesn't understand, but he realizes his surroundings hold something terrible and sinister. Robin takes out a flashlight from his utility belt and shines light on the tunnel, revealing the gruesome truth. Batman's mental breakdown is justified as Robin realizes that they are both standing atop a mound of corpses.
Talk about dark and gritty.
I know. What is this?
Like, holy crap.
What is this? The corporate ladder? So yeah, this thing is nuts.
They let him do this, bro. They let him write this story. Somebody said, yeah, let's do this. Let's traumatize the kiddos.
And for some reason, during Batman's investigation of Blackfire's inner sanctum, there's a reference to Philippines First Lady Imelda Marcos.
I don't know what's going on.
It's like, okay. I guess maybe comparing the wealth. I don't know. All right. You ready for book 3?
Let's do it.
Look at that cover. Just Batman from behind, about to punch that guy in the face.
I mean, that's quintessential Batman. Every household needs that framed.
That's true.
Not in the face. Exactly.
All right, book 3 from October 1988. Escape. There's a movie for you. Escape from Gotham.
Escape from Arkham.
Yeah. Ooh.
I think it's a video game, basically. I believe it's called Assault on Arkham. Has that similar principle.
Did they do that Suicide Squad animated?
Yep.
Gotham City has fallen into chaos caused by the Underworlders, led by Deacon Blackfire, who murdered the city officials that opposed the Deacon's design. Meanwhile, Robin helps Batman overcome his mental breakdown as a result of the drug withdrawal. Batman manages to get a hold of himself, and they start looking for a way out of the sewers, but Batman is still too weak. The citizens of Gotham City are completely polarized with the events taking place, as half of the population condemns the crimes by Blackfire and his followers, while the other half praises the man for the way he has dealt with criminals. Boy, this seems familiar.
Yeah, exactly. This is classic society.
I know.
We live in a society, and that's why I hate society.
We're living in a society. But I was just reading this. I'm like, this speaks to some modern stuff.
That's just human nature.
True.
There's nothing new.
I don't care where the bodies are buried as long as you give me my tax breaks. I don't care where the bodies are buried.
Tax breaks and the trains run on time. Damn straight.
Yep. To make matters worse, Commissioner Gordon has discovered that Deacon Blackfire has criminal records going back to the 1920s, making the man more mysterious than initially thought. The ranks of Blackfire increase as homeless people from all over the country start gathering in Gotham and join Blackfire's unholy crusade.
You know what that makes me think of, don't you? That South Park episode, California, super cool to the homeless. Sorry, I have to get my South Park references in.
Screw you guys.
We're going to Gotham.
Oh, wait. Chad, is this you? Batman from behind. There, that's a great phrase to come in on.
I mean, it's us though, bro. What are you even expecting? It's like, I don't know what you were expecting.
I don't know what's going on. This whole story is funky, man.
I still can't believe they let him write this, let him get away with this.
I know. Well, maybe because it's like its own little mini series and not in the main Batman book.
True. But like I said, I definitely think they were cashing in on that like satanic cultist craze of like the mid to late 80s.
Oh, I wonder if you wanted this for the main Batman book, and they're like,
no,
and like Denny or somebody was like, no.
Because he's like, I'm crazy, but I'm not that crazy.
You can't do the main book, but I'll give you a mini series, kid. Okay, direct market.
Let the market decide.
This ain't going to the newsstand. We'll do direct market. Okay, let's see.
Could you imagine this on the news? That would have been an uproar. Parents would have banned Batman.
Exactly. So yeah, all the homeless around the country are coming to the Deacon. The Deacon rejoices in his inner sanctum in the knowledge that all his previous trials and tribulations during the decades he's lived have finally paid off. At that moment, Batman and Robin have wandered for a long time in the sewers, and they come across the sacred totem that turned Batman into one of Blackfire's followers. Not being under the influence, unlike Lilith Hellfire, of Blackfire's drug, Batman realizes that the totem has nothing special about it, and it is also very small compared with the giant one he envisioned. Yeah, he lied. It's not as big as he said, huh, Bruce?
Oh, wait. I have to tell this antidote. I was on TikTok, and this guy was talking about, he's like, explain one thing that a woman can explain that has taught you that you don't think a dude would ever teach you. He's like, when a guy tells you he's 5'11", he's usually 5'9", because if a guy's 5'11", he rounds up to 6 foot. One of those.
Oh my!
I like precise measurements. I'm just saying.
Hey-o.
No rounding here. Just saying. No rounding allowed.
And Chad says, yeah, Satanic Panic, too spicy. Needed to water it down for the consumers. Yep.
Oh, definitely.
1988. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we were complaining about rap music back then, weren't we? Wait.
They were complaining about everything.
Oh, yeah. Where are we at?
Damn Gen Xers.
To know that he was easily manipulated makes Batman doubt himself. Without delay, Blackfire's followers steal an armory from Gotham, and Commissioner Gordon is forced to declare a state of martial law in the city with help from the governor. Unfortunately,
oh my god, a conspiracy theorist's worst nightmare. They're declaring martial law, I told you! Get your tinfoil hats, I told you!
Unfortunately, Gordon is shot and seriously injured during the announcement.
And that's why this is a miniseries.
Exactly. Under these circumstances, the governor is forced to act immediately and calls in the National Guard.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, I was going to say, the only reference I remember of this in the Batman book is during Death in the Family, when Bruce is about to go after the Joker, and he's like, I'm still not fully recovered from Deacon Blackfire. And that's like the only reference I think they ever made.
And we never talked about it again.
No, that's it.
Nice.
In the meantime, Batman and Robin continue to explore the sewers until they find a suspicious-looking chamber. Upon closer examination, they spot Deacon Blackfire.
A chamber of secrets? Sorry. Little Harry Potter shout out.
Expellious yourself from this podcast. Upon closer examination, they spot Deacon Blackfire bathing inside a pool filled with blood from corpses hanging above the pit.
I mean, how else do you think rich people...
Yeah. Chad, wow, this is just Dark Knight Rises. Yeah, with some Satanic Panic, yes. Batman spends most of the time in a pit. Yeah, it's Dark Knight Rises. All the victims had been hanging...
We don't talk about that movie.
Even though I was in it. All the victims had been hanging upside down with their throats slit, and Blackfire keeps smearing the blood all over his naked body while saying that it is his secret to eternal life. And also a Lilith Hellfire date. Hey-o!
I mean...
A
lot of people have had that idea. It has to come from somewhere. That's all I'm saying.
Batman and Robin try to sneak away unnoticed, but a soft noise gives away their location, and Blackfire sends all the Underworlders to capture the Dark Knight. Batman and Robin start running through the sewers with a horde of Blackfire's followers on their trail.
This is like nightmare fuel. I'm just going to say it.
On the surface, the media and reporters take a stand amidst the chaos, and one of them condemns Deacon Blackfire as a criminal. But during the live broadcast, the anchorman is killed and the signal is taken over by Blackfire, who talks to the people of Gotham, telling them that the criminals have prepared a conspiracy to remain in control of the city, but that he has the means to cleanse and purge the place while protecting them all. He has a plan. It's very bigly. Batman and Robin keep running and have used all the gadgets.
Is he building a wall? I feel like he's going to build a wall.
It's going to be a big wall. Batman and Robin keep running.
He's going to make Metropolis pay for it.
Oh my. Batman and Robin keep running and have used all the gadgets from Robin's utility belt to no avail. When they are finally surrounded by the Underworlders, Robin decides it's time to fight the enemy, and he challenges the thugs to fight while Batman only watches. Paralyzed in fear, Robin lands a few powerful blows on the crooks, but he is quickly outnumbered and overcome. The sight of his young partner risking his life to save him makes Batman come out of his shock, and he strikes the criminals with relentless violence until they are knocked unconscious. So relentless violence is Saturday night for Batman.
I was going to say, he's just picturing Joker.
I mean, if he was any worse, he'd be cutting faces off, like that Moon Knight. Now that guy's...
Suck it, Ray.
That guy's crazy.
What the F? Tricky Dicky.
Did you see the comment?
Oh, wait. If Blackfire wasn't so advanced in being a Charlie Manson Rasputin amalgamation, this would be pretty hot. You do you, Chad. You do you.
Now I'm worried about the power of Chad.
I'm starting to think Ray's running a cult over there.
I mean, he calls himself the high priest. I'm just saying.
Those ITK shirts, man. Those are the robes. Oh yeah. It's only a kangaroo burger. No, it's not drugged. Relentless violence, yes, until they are all knocked unconscious. Grateful but shocked, Robin takes Batman, and they continue their way out of the damned place. At that moment, the National Guard has arranged a plan to go into the sewers and force all the underworlders outside to put an end to their reign of chaos. Unfortunately, the enforcers are butchered once they break into the sewers, and the underworlders proceed to attack them on the surface with the stolen weaponry. In light of these events, the governor declares Gotham City as a disaster area, and he recommends that the citizens evacuate the city immediately.
Blow it up!
Again, yes, Dark Knight Returns, No Man's Land. Man, they abandon the city at least once a decade.
Yeah, Gotham's trash. I don't blame them.
After this announcement, Blackfire realizes his dream has come true, and he sends all his followers to the surface, where they can easily take over the city once most of the people have abandoned their places. When Batman and Robin get to the surface, they face the grim reality, and they have no choice but to call Alfred to pick them up and retreat to form a plan of action.
They're like, Mom, I'm scared. Come pick me up.
It's like when the middle school skate parties went bad. You're like, Mom, come pick me up.
Can we get Pizza Hut?
I thought I was going to kiss Shelly tonight, but she's going with Jared. It's not fair.
Middle school, the worst thing ever.
As they reach a bar to make a phone call, Batman and Robin dispose of a couple of underworlders. But Batman watches the news on the TV, and he learns that half the people of Gotham still support Blackfire's actions. When Alfred finally gets to the place, Batman and Robin get into the car. But much to Alfred and Robin's surprise, Batman just wants to stay as far away from Gotham as possible, as he admits the city belongs to Deacon Blackfire, and there's nothing they can do about it.
Batman's like, hold up. I'm Bruce M.F. Wayne. This is my city. If anybody's going to be ruling this city with an iron fist, it's me.
Well, one, Iron Fist. Shout out. See you later, Connor McKenna. And two, can you imagine if he had just abandoned the city? He'd be like, yeah, no, we'll start over in St. Louis or something. Let's go.
That's at Nightwing PDP St. Louis.
Or then eventually the United States government just would have just nuked to Gotham or something.
Absolutely.
It's just a crazy cult leader and some homeless people. Yeah, let's burn it.
Honestly,
I could see it.
If you knew what they were getting ready to do to Jonestown, honestly, that's exactly what they would do.
Exactly. All right, ready for book 4?
Yes, please, Lord, get me out of this nightmare of fuel.
Look at Batman holding a gun.
Batman's got a gun.
Blackfire better run. All right, so book 4, Combat, from November 1988.
Round 2, fight.
Oh, we're getting ready for the big
Finish him!
Definitely.
Oh wait. Chad says, I'd love to see Bruce Wayne try to relocate Wayne Manor to Chicago.
He'll do it like Lex Luthor did in Lionel Luthor did in Smallville, brick by
Yep. I was gonna say, wasn't that basically the Nolan movies
Burn.
in Chicago?
Burn.
Although they did film they did film that Dark Knight Rises stadium scene in Pittsburgh. I know, I was there. And it was not winter, it was the middle of summer. You try wearing winter clothing in the middle of summer, people.
Ooh, middle of that northeast heat? No, thank you.
And I can't tell you how many times I had to listen to that damn kid sing the national anthem. Alright, book 4, Combat. Oh, look, it starts out all fun. The corpses of Thomas and Martha Wayne have risen from their graves, and they haunt their son.
There it is. I was waiting on it. They had a little bit of restraint. They waited till the 4th book.
Exactly. Batman, and they haunt their son Batman after he forsook Gotham City at its time of need. Bruce then wakes up from his nightmare and finds himself in the safety of his room at Wayne Manor.
With Alfred hugging him with a shock blanket.
Oh.
And a cup of tea. The true British way.
A week has passed since his escape from the grasp of Deacon Blackfire and his army of followers, and he has finally decided it's time to regain control of Gotham from the Madman, a decision approved by his old friend Alfred. He's like, I don't want you around the house so much. Bruce has made up his mind a few days prior, but he has only been waiting for certain equipment to get to his place in order to set his plan in motion. Despite his resolve, Bruce knows that this is not a simple task, as Deacon Blackfire has achieved what many have tried for almost a decade, defeating the Batman. The loss has caused Bruce to give in to fear and self-doubt, but he is determined to overcome the odds and come up victorious. The situation in Gotham City has only gotten worse, since the governor suggested the citizens evacuate the city after he declared it a disaster area. Only half of the population of Gotham left the city, see no man's land, while the other half remained inside as they believed Blackfire's actions were justified. Their trust proved to be utterly wrong in the end, as Blackfire soon took over the city and turned all citizens into slaves, forcing them to make an armed fortress out of Gotham City.
I tried to tell y'all, but...
He's going to make you build the wall, kids. The U.S. Army...
I thought Metropolis was going to pay for it. Yeah.
The U.S. Army has made an attempt to enter the city, which has been sealed off by Blackfire's men, but their plan went wrong as all the enforcers were killed by the heavily armed members of Blackfire's cult. Several citizens have also tried to escape from the city, only to be mercilessly executed by Blackfire's people.
Wait a minute! I didn't get to make my Game of Thrones reference. This looks like a bit of a Blackfire rebellion, wouldn't you say?
Oh boy. I never really watched that show, but I should, Dragons, hot people doing it,
Jason Momoa being Jason Momoa.
Oh, never mind.
No. All the gratuitous nudity and sex, it's worth it. I'm not gonna lie. If you like fantasy, it's a really good show. The first 4 or 5 seasons.
Lilith gets all her fantasy needs from Game of Thrones.
I mean, it's got little people.
Peter Dinklage. Yeah, that's just.
It's got a redhead. Sansa's really hot.
Oh my!
Shout out to Sophie Turner. Not a great Jean Grey, but an excellent Sansa Stark.
As a display of their power, the cult has hanged several corpses from the streetlights of the city. Just a Tuesday in Gotham. A member of Blackfire's cult has managed to escape Gotham after he defected from the group, and he tells the media about Blackfire's megalomaniac tendencies as well as his apparent drive to end up dead fighting for his holy crusade.
It always boils down to a holy crusade, doesn't it, guys?
Well, at least, only some people were willing to die for their crusades. Unknown to the public, Deacon Blackfire indeed wants martyrdom, as he believes it is the only way of perpetuating his message for eternity. Those closer to Blackfire see an opportunity to take Blackfire's place as rulers of Gotham once the man is gone.
Scheming, conniving.
As all these events take place, the equipment Bruce has been waiting for finally arrives. Bruce and Jason then spend their time training with their new weapons, heavy guns which fire tranquilizer darts.
Mercy bullets, baby! Mercy bullets!
God, it is. This is 1975 1975.
No, they got Diggle's gun, bro. Diggle from Arrow.
1975 Punisher. Afterwards, the two of them make sure that their secret weapon is in working order, and once this is verified, they go on their way to the city, making a last stop along the way. Commissioner Gordon is still recovering from a serious injury caused by the cult, and he is under heavy guard at the hospital. Batman sneaks into his room and informs his
To
old...
give him a kiss for good luck.
Oh my! Informs his old friend that he is on his way to recover their city after he apologizes for his absence.
See, they're kissing and making out, see?
That's right. In the middle of the night, Batman and Robin confront Blackfire's followers guarding the Abraham Lincoln Bridge.
Stay away from bridges, folks. No good can come of it.
I hope it doesn't lead to a theater. What do Batman and Abe Lincoln have in common? Bad nights at the theater.
Oh, get out. Get out.
In the Abraham Lincoln Bridge, by ramming the barricade they have placed using their new monster truck Batmobile. So where did this get shipped from? The Dark Knight Returns?
No, see, he has a cousin in Alabama that had a monster truck.
Grave
You know, 60-inch wheels.
Grave digger.
Oh, is this canon?
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
Is this canon like the first appearance of the monster truck?
Bro, I would kill to have that in modern Bat books, bro.
Oh, you people don't get out of her way quick enough in Florida? Oh my god.
Why do you think I drive a truck? Just
But
she who has the biggest wheels controls the road. Mad Max style.
oh my. Heavily armored and equipped with endless ammunition like Lilith Hellfire's vehicles, the monster Batmobile breaks all the barriers along its way. Robin fires tranquilizer darts to those shooting at them from the streets, and once there is only one man standing, Batman descends from his monster vehicle and tells the man to pass on a last warning to Deacon Blackfire.
Coming for you, bruh.
The Batman is coming for him. Batman keeps driving the car deeper into the city, and they encounter more of Blackfire's followers, who prove to be relentless enemies as they keep up the massacre of innocents, even in the face of adversity and ultimate defeat. Upon learning of Batman's daring move, Blackfire rejoices in the fact that the time of his reckoning has finally come, and he prepares to meet his glorious destiny. Meanwhile, Batman and Robin keep driving towards Gotham Square, the closest connection to Blackfire's headquarters in the sewers. Upon reaching their destination, Batman and Robin are horrified to witness the grim scenes of death and torture all over the city. Just like the Snyder Cut. Surprisingly, they find Gotham Square empty, but Batman knows it's a trap, and they prepare their last stand. It's a trap! True to Batman's deduction, dozens of Blackfire's followers appear from the shadows and surround the vehicle, crawling and destroying the vehicle's armor. Once they breach into the monster truck, the thugs are shocked to find it empty. And before they could react, knockout gas comes from the vehicle, taking out the thugs inside and outside of the car. See, if this is a Frank Miller book, Batman just would have blown it up to kill them all.
Exactly.
I'm a surgeon.
No, he's a bulldozer.
Bull. Batman and Robin had already moved out of the car through a hatch on the floor, which allowed them to sneak into the sewers unnoticed. Down in the sewers, Batman and Robin have to overcome many more of Blackfire's followers, and armed with their tranquilizer guns, night vision gear, gas pellets, explosives, and gas masks, the heroes manage to defeat them all. But Robin is injured.
Said gas, Philip.
Oh,
Come on.
sorry, 12-year-old boy. They take them out with gas.
Mustard gas.
Some mustard. What's a mustard on that? But Robin is injured in the leg. Get it? Can't help Batman in that final battle. Once Batman has taken down the man responsible, he provides Robin with some bandages to keep him from bleeding while he continues deeper into the sewers and confronts the ultimate evil. Walking towards Blackfire's inner sanctum, Batman comes across several hanged men, all of whom were previously close followers of Blackfire. Hanged men, Lilith, not hung.
Yep, there's a key distinction.
Well, but rigor mortis for both. Finally, Batman arrives at Blackfire's arena, where the Monster trucks, arenas.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
Batman vs. Blackfire. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
Where the madman is waiting for him inside as several of his followers surround the arena on high seats. Blackfire challenges Batman to kill him with the gun he had picked up from one of his followers, but Batman refuses to use it against Blackfire and instead throws the weapon aside, denying Blackfire of his much desired martyrdom. Enraged, Blackfire attacks Batman with a knife, but his fighting skills are no match for that of Batman, who easily overcomes and disarms him. Blackfire urges Batman to use the knife to kill him, but Batman drops the knife and instead beats Blackfire to a pulp.
He does what Batman does best. He takes his anger out.
I will kill you, but I can't beat your ass.
I can put you in debt for medical bills.
You wish you were dead. Where am I at? Yes, Batman's combat training allows him to inflict the most painful damage possible without knocking Blackfire unconscious. When Blackfire can no longer stand and has been reduced to a bloody pulp, he begs for Batman's mercy, showing a clear sign of weakness in front of his followers. His second-in-command notices the danger and he attempts to shoot at Batman, but he is stopped by a well-aimed tranquilizer dart by Robin, who has made it to the arena with his injured leg. Yeah.
Look at that. Jason saves the day.
Yes, as CEO of Capes and Lunatics, I try not to show any weakness, because my second-in-command is ready to take me out in a moment's notice.
Cut you, bro.
Not true. No one can ever replace you, Philip.
Lilith is
You're our Gelman.
Lilith is like, oh, no, you think I'm going to do all that work? No.
Exactly. These lunatics? No. Listen, there's a reason why it's called Capes and Lunatics.
Round tables? I don't think so.
I try to help keep it on track as much as possible.
You do.
After I derail it. I kind of help try to push it back on the tracks.
Guys, I'm in charge here. Thanks to the few seconds he had to recover, Blackfire then commands his followers to eliminate the Batman. But once they drop into the arena, they turn against him with a thirst for blood.
The heat is on.
80s, nice. Batman and Robin are unable to save Blackfire from the wrath of the same monsters he created as they are outnumbered. Just like this, Batman and Robin leave the sewers while the murdering maniacs obliterate Deacon Blackfire. Yeah, they rip him though.
It's kind of like the Justice League. What's that? Fear.
Yeah. Oh, good lord.
Never thought I would quote a Justice League movie, but
Justice. All that's left is some muscle and some meat. Oh my god, you have so many drops. Again,
I need some muscle and some meat.
See, what you should do is one page should be classic quintessential drops and then everything else.
I should separate it all into, page 1, dick jokes. Page 2.
More dick jokes.
No, page 1, dick jokes. Page 2, a little threatening people. Not long after these events, order is restored to Gotham as the authorities are finally able to get into the city. Thank you, Batman. Most of Gotham's survivors are taken to medical centers, while those who are part of Blackfire's cult are arrested and pending trial. Many of those who abandoned Gotham return once everything is in order, and the countless vagrants who arrived in the city to join Blackfire start to abandon the place or return to the streets. A new acting mayor is assigned, and Batman decides to end the whole affair with one last unfinished business. Going down to the sewers, Batman finds the totem of Deacon Blackfire and burns the piece of wood to ashes.
Crispy. Crunchity, but it's not peanut buttery.
Oh my.
Butterfinger, please sponsor us.
Original recipe. KFC, please sponsor
Kentucky
us.
Fried Chicken's gross.
How old are you, Kentucky Fried Chicken? It's KFC.
Yeah, because it's not made from chicken anymore. That was the old rumor. That's why they changed it to KFC.
Oh my. Hey.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. They are gross and disgusting unless they want to sponsor us.
I mean, I like the other Yum brands. That's crazy because I do like Pizza Hut. I do love Taco Bell, but it's like I see a Taco Bell and a KFC together. I'm like, nah, I gotta go find a regular Taco Bell. I don't trust it.
Oh my god, can you imagine the sheer joy on Master Doom's face if we got a KFC sponsorship.
Taco Bell should sponsor us.
Oh yeah, I mean we got plenty of drunks on this podcast, kids. Please, Taco Bell.
I mean, I literally live up the road, like 2 minutes up the road from one. I will always be on camera with Taco Bell if they want to sponsor us.
That's Lil's hangover cure.
Honestly, the steak Powerball with extra guac. I'm just saying, eat that before you go to bed when you're drunk. You're gonna wake up without a hangover. I'm just saying.
Nice.
It's got black beans. I'm just telling y'all. Try it.
Nice. But yeah, so again, these were single issues, but again, it was also reprinted probably a couple times in trade, and
that's surprising that a couple of times, like one time is enough.
I was gonna say at least once. I don't know, but it says it's reprinted in Batman the Cult.
Yeah. That's how I have it.
It might just be the ones.
Imagine.
That's how I have it too, but it's also on DC Universe Infinite, kids. So
who even has that? I want to know the numbers on DC. I mean, honestly, you're like the only person I know. Everybody else went back to Comixology that I know on the interwebs. I just wonder what the numbers are on that thing.
I don't know. I don't know if our boy Ray he might get it when they finally release it down there, unless he is doing.
See, that's the problem. It's like. See, this is the thing, like, I feel like, and not to be, like, rude or xenophobic, like, it just makes more sense, like, release everything, like, in the English-speaking world, so, like, you know, the UK, America, Canada, Australia first, like, it just makes the most sense to me.
I mean, in the 21st century world of the internet and everything, why wouldn't you
everything
release
should
everything?
Be worldwide release, period,
yeah,
day
why,
one.
Why wouldn't you release everything same day? And like you said, at least in the English-speaking countries, why not? Oh, we don't want
it's kind of an odd choice.
We don't want your money, Australia? Okay, Warner's.
I mean, which is funny because they do have a huge Warner Brothers studio down there in Sydney that is absolutely gorgeous that they don't really actually make that much use of. It's kind of odd.
And like they can turn down money these days?
We need the money. Gimme.
Well, look, listen. Diamond might not be around, so I'm just saying.
Oh my.
That spiteful move caused a domino effect.
Yep.
So we need the money. Gimme.
But again, I think it was, the big two didn't like being held hostage by Diamond in the big early days of the
Diamond
pandemic.
never made it easy because that guy that runs Diamond, and I'm not speaking out of school, everybody knows, is a jerk.
Yeah. But at least Disney took their time, for Warner's. It was like,
I would look. Listen, I'm surprised when the shark bit and there was blood in the water that Disney didn't jump ship. They could have easily 2 weeks tops. They could have bought their own transport company. To be honest,
well, I think they
charged all the independent companies to join in with them.
Well, they waited till the pandemic started getting better. DC, they're like, screw it, I don't care. We're a month or two in the pandemic. F them, we're going.
Yeah, I always wondered about that because, honestly, Disney could have just easily within maybe I say 6 weeks, at the earliest, but they could have done it. They could have put something together. So I do respect them for that. But Penguin, I'm just waiting on that announcement that Marvel's buying IDW. That's all that I'm saying. I just need that announcement. Just give it to me. It's kind of obvious at this point.
We need the money. Gimme.
Just saying.
I know.
Be on the lookout for that announcement in the next 18 months.
All right. So before we get to Russell's feedback, what did you think of this miniseries, Lilith?
Young me hated it. It's nightmare fuel. Older me appreciates it because I love all things horror, macabre, gothic, creepy, gory. So I really enjoyed it more as an older person than I did as a younger kid, for sure.
Yeah, this is definitely.
And the pacing is pretty good, honestly, for this to be a 4-issue story. It could have been 3, but I kind of they kind of did try to flesh it out, give us a little backstory.
Yeah, this
they shot Jim. They really raised the stakes,
Exactly. Again, yeah, and yeah, this is definitely more. I think I appreciated it more as an older person. Yeah.
Can't say adult because I'm not really an adult. I'm just an older kid.
As an older child,
millennials are permanent children, and it's fine.
As a child in her 30s, you enjoyed it more than now.
Exactly.
All right. So, what letter grade would you give it?
Oh, it's a solid B- for me.
Oh, yeah.
The artwork was a little sketch at times. I don't know, since it's so creepy and dark, I would expect that the shadows and the lines would be just a little bit sharper.
Yeah. It's kind of hit and miss with me in certain points. Yeah. And again, like Chad brought up, it's just it's like Dark Knight Returns. Half the time, Batman's basically just yeah, exactly. I mean, maybe I'm just used to Bat God, but I'm just.
And the fact that they didn't take off his cowl, it's just well.
Exactly.
I'm taking my shot, bro. I'm just saying.
They all just like, they're just like, oh,
I'd rather him take it off for me.
like a woman.
Conquest.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good Lord. We'll get to that in an upcoming story, too. Oh, my God. All right. But, yeah, I think I could agree with the great. Like I said, yeah, art was kind of hit and miss at times. And, again, they wore Batman just so, like, the city can completely fall.
And if Batman's the only thing holding Gotham together, heaven help Gotham.
I know. And who they have left? Jason Todd. Oh, my Lord.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a big stretch for me.
I'm surprised they didn't have... Well... I'm surprised he didn't have Jason going, why do we fire tranquilizer darts? Why don't we fire real bullets?
Seriously. It's like Frank Castle called. He wants his guns back.
Exactly, in the monster truck. All right, let's see what Russell had to say. Our new friend Russell from the Tomes of Evil podcast. I know he said he thought it was trippy, so let's see. All right, Russell.
Hello once again. This is Russell from Tomes of Evil. And I'm here to give my thoughts on Batman the Cult. This is a wild one, of course. This is one of the creepiest, darkest Batman stories of all time. And I think that's probably because it's not too out of the realm of possibility. The art by Wrightson is absolutely haunting. It's nightmare fuel at some points. I'm just going to dive right into it. Deacon Blackfire does what the Joker could never do, and that is break Batman mentally. And, oh God, it's just so... It's like the reading equivalent of nails on a chalkboard, because you just see Batman's slow and primal descent into madness, into being brainwashed. And it's just... it's difficult to get through at some points. Basically turns Batman into a raving lunatic. It's a great commentary on the psychological barbarism that still plagues our society to this day, with the citizens of Gotham actually kind of being on Deacon Blackfire's side. It's crazy that this could actually happen. And I loved how ambiguous the origin and the immortality of Deacon Blackfire is handled. Is he this immortal being from, the past, or is he just a big con man? The scene of him, bathing in the blood of all of his victims is pretty grotesque. And it wouldn't be the last time we would see him. He will show up next in Blackest Night of all things. I thought this story is good, maybe if not a little bit too long. I think they could have shortened it a little bit, but you get what you pay for, I guess. Yeah, it's if I had to give this a rating, I'd say B+.
Oh.
Yeah, good art, good writing, and just a haunting tale that sticks with you for a long, long time. So check me out on Tomes of Evil. We currently do the villain profiles. We just did one with Connor from Sons of the Dragon about the Steel Serpent, Iron Fist's archenemy. We are currently also doing the Hobgoblin Historia, where we go through all the appearances of the Hobgoblin in order, and soon to be followed by the DC equivalent, the Fear Files, where we do the same for DC's Scarecrow. So check us out on that, and Phil and Lilith, thank you as always for doing such a great job, and I'm a big fan of this show, and I'll catch you later.
Thank you, Russell.
Yes, thank you, Russell. We appreciate your feedback, and it's really this graded a little higher than us. I'm glad to see.
Yeah, but like he said, yeah, I mean, they kind of shortened it maybe a little bit because we were really driving it home. Oh, Batman's in a bad place. Batman's in a bad place.
Well, and you have have to remember, we really didn't see Batman in a bad place that often anyway. So,
That's
I
true.
guess that's why. It was the novelty of it all. Like now, modern comics, it's nothing but.
Oh, yeah, just torture people every 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's definitely torture porn for Batman. Poor kid can't catch a break nowadays. Broke.
Exactly.
I mean, come on, Oliver Queen has more money than he does.
Oh, I know.
And how many times has Oliver Queen been bankrupt? Just saying, not for nothing. I love the guy, obviously.
Yeah, he's not that liberal these days, huh? He's got some money. All right, so.
If you want to make a change in the world, unfortunately, you really do need money, so.
True.
Bruce.
A big change.
Instead of dressing up like a bat.
Well, he lost a lot of his money now.
But is it like Oliver Queen on Arrow? It's like, I still have my actual trust fund. I just don't have like, company money.
You might only have like $1 or $2 million now. Oh.
Now that trust fund would be worth at least $20 million. But if you're a billionaire and you only go to $20 million, you might as well just call it a day.
I mean, Bruce is living in like a townhouse right now, so.
I bet you those sidewalks are heated, though. No shoveling snow for that guy.
Hey-oh. Oh, yeah, with Alfred still dead, yeah.
Don't remind me.
I know. Well, he
What's
should
up, buddy?
be back soon.
Want to say hi? Want to say hi?
Doggy.
Say hi. All right. He don't want to say hi. He's the shy one.
Wow, someone in that house is shy.
So it's the homework for the kids.
All right, kids. So next time on the Batman podcast, yes, we'll be covering Detective Comics 613.
Oh boy,
trash. Not the issue. No, you'll see. Oh,
yeah.
And then in 2 weeks, I will be joined by High Priest of Khonshu Ray from Into the Night, the Moon Knight podcast,
and I get to torture Noel Tate. Over on Into the Night, the Moon Knight podcast.
And I think Ray wants the planet, so they dropped like in the same week or pretty close to each other. So yeah, so when you hear Ray on here, go check out Into the Night and see what Lilith is up to.
Poor Noel.
But yes, Ray and I will be covering the Idiot Route from Batman 472 and 473 and Detective Comics 639 and 640. So another Batman and Detective crossover. And then the week after that, Lilith will be back, and we will cover Batman Shadow of the Bat 1 through 4.
Nice.
The first arc, yes, the last Arkham. Basically, get a quick appearance from every rogue villain. All right, kitties. So send your thoughts on all of those. Email us capesandlunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow We Are the Night, the
Batman podcast
on Facebook.
We are the night. We are vengeance.
And we are on Facebook, Twitter. Find links to all of our social medias for all of our various shows. Links to this YouTube channel. Links to merch. Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated. It's nobody's business what you're drinking on that Zoom call.
That's right. Links to Patreon, links to everything, all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And please remember to support our sponsors, Tweaked Audio.
Get yourself some headphones, kids. Get that HD audio quality. Hear like a bat.
And don't hear that cult trying to brainwash you. Get some Tweaked Audio headphones. And be like the Batman when he is competent and hunt a killer.
Michelle Gray needs your help more than Batman, so roll out and get yourself an escape room in a box, a fun date night, or even a solo activity.
Hey-o.
If your hands are tired.
Hey-o. And use the code Southgate for both of those for a handy discount.
Yeah.
But if you don't want none of that, we also have some other stuff, such as, like a book.
Yes. Pod Life the book, now in digital and paperback, and the audiobook is coming soon, so...
It's all Charlie Esser, spoilers.
No, it's not. I was going to say, audiobook coming soon, so there's hope yet more now. Anyway.
That's okay, Martin Bug. I'll read to you, and I'll feed you grapes too, my queen.
Oh, my. So get that on Amazon. And when you do, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Help us support this show, the network, and that man bathing in human blood, Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain.
We
So
all know
says
it's corn
Master
syrup, Rob.
Doom.
Please kick me in the
What?
pants.
We all know it's pig's blood and corn syrup.
Why did your eye
All
drift over to
theatrics.
my box? Mark my words.
All right, Lilith, where can people find you?
If you nerds want to hang with me on the interwebs, you can find me live tweeting or hate tweeting, as it were, something DC related, I'm sure, over on Twitter. For Instagram, at LilithHellfire86. For quality, short form comic book content, follow me over on TikTok at LilithHellfire69, as well as Instagram.
I'm about to.
It may be a spicy meme or two.
I'm thirsty for it, bro. Gimme.
Speaking of which, let me finish up my Kool-Aid
Go ahead, throw it in.
with vodka.
Oh my god. All right, kiddies. Thank you for joining us. Come back next time. Again, Detective Comics 613. And then in 2 weeks, send in your comments and your questions for Ray Pod. Be like, do you know who that Batman is? Oh, and look, I missed a comment from Russell. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? No, seriously, have you danced with Lilith? Oh.
I don't dance. All I do is rock and lean back.
Yeah, she dances all over your face. Alright, kids, so yes, Batman's Detective Comics 613. Let's hear them thoughts. And then Ray himself talking Batman.
The Ray Pod.
You know you want to be here for that once in a lifetime opportunity. Alright, until next time, same bat time.
Same bat time. Same bat channel. We are the night.
The Batman Podcast.
The Batman Podcast. And don't you forget it.
Hi, I'm one of the High Priests of Khonshu Ray, and I have the sacred privilege of providing you, the loony listener, with a podcast honouring Marvel's very own Moon Knight. So join me and a host of others at Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, or support the show by becoming a Patreon member. Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. It's time to get your Khonshu on.